Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today I am working on my Mission Inspiration project. This is the prompts for this month of April. You can freeze that back there if you'd like to follow along. Also, join Mike Deacon's Mission Inspiration Facebook group, and you'll see all the prompts. They do some other prompts during the month too, but I'm lucky if I get one done a month. And this one's all about music, and so that is why I glued down some sheet music into my book that I'm doing my mission inspirations on. And now I'm just adding some gesso to tone down that music just a little bit, so it's not quite so loud in your face. And I don't know if you noticed on that prompt there was some background color that looked like paint splatters, and I liked that idea, so I created my own out of just cutting some copy paper to make it look like some sort of splatter. And I'm going to use some green paint and put some splatters all over my page. They make pretty good splats, don't you think? I mean, they're all kind of all the same, but I mixed them up a little bit. I also have a stencil from Gina B. Aarons, and it has a shape on there that looks like a splatter of some sort, like a paint splatter, so I'm going to put it around the page as well. So I've got one more stencil here. This is another Gina B. Aarons design stencil, and it's got these little uneven circles, so they're all different. I thought that kind of worked for paint splatterage, and so I'm just placing that around randomly. And the colors on the prompt card were a green, red, and a purple. They had fancier names, like Postbox Red, I think, Grass Green, and I can't remember, maybe Royal Purple. But I just used the closest matching color I have in my craft paints to do the design, and it works okay. I'm just going around adding lots of color around, and I know you're going to be like, you did all that work and now you're covering it up. I do take some white gesso to the center of this afterwards, but when you're creating, I don't know where it's going to end up. I just know one step at a time. I want to do this, then I want to do that, and you know that about me if you've been watching my videos. That's kind of how I work. Oh yeah, and I have one more. This is another one of Gina's designs, and I decided to add it and add some yellow. It just looks like just sort of doodles and squiggles and stuff, and I thought it kind of looked like paint that had been lying around. Maybe not necessarily splatters, but just to add more, to cover more of the page, I thought I would use that with the yellow paint. So now after doing that, I decided I wanted an area where my focal point could sit. So I decided to put some white gesso in the center of this. And maybe it didn't need it, maybe it didn't need as much as I put on there. But I think it looks okay in the end. I know that's covering up a lot of the work we did, but it all makes a difference in the finished piece. If you looked at it in person, you could see all the layers, even though I'm putting quite a bit of gesso on here. You can still see all the layers. They do contribute to the finished piece. And so to find a focal point, I found me a quote, and I wanted something interesting, like a girl dancing or something on it. And I found this one. They're all supposedly asleep. This is a strange magazine. It's a Hermes magazine. I don't know. I got it from a friend, but you can like buy these on eBay and Amazon if you really, really wanted to. They're very interesting magazines. Anyways, I think they put one out every quarter or so. But I just felt lucky that I got one. And I've been using it quite sparingly for different little things. I decided I'd cut out the people from the magazine, and then I decided they needed to be walking on ground. So I'm cutting a couple of strips of this music, and that'll be the ground they're walking on. So I'm lifting those all out of the way, and we're going to glue this down. And that is gel medium I'm using to glue these down, especially the magazine pages because they are a little bit thicker, and I thought this would work better. They still rippled quite a bit, but yeah, it worked good to glue them down with that. Isn't that girl in an interesting pose? Anyway, thought that was pretty funny. So I'm going to take, after it dries, I'm taking my Stabilo All pencil and just putting it under their feet to create a little bit of shadow. I just do that, and then I get a brush with a little bit of moisture on it and wet that, and it just helps ground them a little bit better, I think. Makes them really look like they're walking on the ground. Alright, so the quote. Let's see, what did I put? Oh yeah, it's life is not a battle to be won, but a melody to be sung? I can't remember now. Guess we'll wait till I write it. Yeah, life is not a battle to win, but a melody to sing. Yeah, that's it. After I wrote that, I went around with the white Posca just to help it stand out just a little bit more. And I don't make you watch me outline all of it, because I do go around everything. Now, I decided I wanted to put a little black along the edges, and I'm just using like the worst thing possible, a brush tip pen. And just because it was nearby, and so I figured, why not? I'm just going to put a border around that. I hope you like that. It was kind of fun. Keep things upbeat, right? We all need to be in positive mode right now with everything going on. I hope you're all doing well. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear your comments. Leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching.